Well, hello there. Thank you for stopping by the channel. Welcome to WTF Mortgage, my humble abode. And thank you for checking out this video. This is going to be an interest rate update for today, February 11th, 2025. And I am going to compare today's pricing to the pricing from last week on the 3rd when I did the last update. Now, I know that some of you have already peeked at the interest rates that I have on the screen here. And yes, the rate pricing looks like a steaming hot cup of coyote piss right now. That's okay, just hold on, because the purpose of this series of videos that I'm doing is to teach you how to become a kick-ass home loan shopper. All right, so later on, when those outstanding deals come along, because they are coming very soon, when the lower rate pricing comes along, you'll be able to recognize a kick-ass deal. Go out there and grab it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this interest rate pricing. All right, let's take a look at this pricing here on the screen. Now, if you've never seen any of my videos before, what you are looking at is the full spectrum of available interest rates and the interest rates in what I call the Goldilocks zone. So the full spectrum of interest rates is going from 4.25, that's 4.25, as you can see here, on up to the 7.625. But you do not see the full spectrum of interest rates because all of the banks, the lenders, the credit unions, the brokerages, they are advertising in what I call the Goldilocks zone. And right now, that Goldilocks zone is about 5.875. You might see one or two exceptions out there, but for the most part, 5.875 on up to, say, 7%. And actually, you'll see some outliers up as high as maybe 7.375, even 7.5 right now. So that Goldilocks zone, I call it that because that's the range where the cost for the interest rates is just right to attract the most consumers. All right, so it's not that expensive, it's not that low, but it's not that expensive. They're right there in that Goldilocks zone. So these are going to be the rates that you see advertised over the next week. When you go online, you're gonna see these rates right here advertised, not all at once. You're only going to typically see one interest rate per company advertised on the website, like 130-year fixed, 115-year fixed, etc. Also, I want to continually reinforce the point that what you are shopping for are the fees, not the interest rates. And I know that's probably contrary to what many of you believe and how you've shopped in the past. If you've had a home loan before, you're always calling up and asking, hey, what's your rate? What's your rate? Or inquiring about, hey, what are the rates doing? What are the rates doing? Think of these interest rates like any product in the store, or if it helps you, if it's easier, think about them as a stock. So the stock is going to go up and down in price, and that's exactly what these interest rates do. Like, let's take this 5.875 for example here. So you can see on the 3rd of February, the 5.875 had an APR of 6.163, and it was $14,435 in closing fees. Compared to today, 5.875, the fees went up to $15,228. Yes, I know. Lukewarm goat piss. Yes, I know. Again, things are going to get better, and unfortunately, things have to get, as a whole, worse before mortgage rates get better. You'll notice that's when mortgage rates are the lowest, when crappy things are happening that influence the economy. Crappy things in the world, crappy things in the country really has an impact on the interest rates, and these things are going to drop down. But anyway, so went up to $15,228 in fees, and you'll notice the APR went up from 6.163 to 6.179. So you can see that increase in fees is reflected by the small increase in the APR. Remember, one of the things the APR does is let you know if there are fees associated with the rate being advertised. And as you probably already know, when you're out there checking out rates online, you will typically not see the fees. You only see the APR. The more and more you check out these videos, the more you will come familiar with the rate and APR relationship. So at one day, you will be able to just simply look at the rate and look at the APR, and you'll have a mental idea of roughly how much in fees are associated with that rate. And no lender, no bank, no credit union, or especially these slick lenders that will not be able to fool you with this low rate and not letting you know how much closing fees are associated with that rate until you call them or email them. This way you'll be able to look and see if what they're advertising and have an idea of how much the fees are. All right. So that's the 5.875 rate. Now I want to pick out a couple more because not all rates move together. Let's just take a look at the 6.375. Let's see what that one did. So 6.375 on the 3rd last week had an APR of 6.481. So 6.375 rate had an APR of 6.481. Fees were 52.44 now. That 6.375, the fees again went up a little bit to $5,928, and that small move in fees is reflected by a small move in the APR. So you can see the APR went up from 6.481 up to 6.495. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on up to the let's look at one of the no cost rates here. How do you know it's a no cost rate? Anyone? Bueller? It's you can tell the no cost rates because the rate and APR are what? They are the same. When the rate and APR are the same, that indicates that there are no fees associated with the advertised rate. Ding, 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 ding. Good job for answering that question there. So you can see the 6.875 and the 7% are the no cost rates. And so there's no fees, and there are credits associated with them. So even though the rate stayed the same, the credits moved. So you can see for the 6.875, the credit was $6,066 last week. Wah, wah. That dropped down to $1,610 this week. The coyote piss is getting hotter. So same thing with the 7%. That credit was $4,365 last week. That went down to $3,828. All right. Again, the low rate pricing is coming right around the corner. All right. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. All right. So this concludes the mortgage interest rate update for today, February 11th, 2025. Hang in there. The lower interest rate pricing is just around the corner. I'm going to do another update next week. I'm going to be following this pricing closely for the next couple of months because I want you to be ready when this low pricing comes along so you can go out there and get a kick-ass deal. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one.